Do I know what I'm doing? No. Mm-mm.
Listen long enough, you can love me.
Hi ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between. I am back with somebody else's hair, and guess what? It is wine and wigs day. Clink, 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 clink. I know y'all can't be taking me seriously with this big old jug of water. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing amazing because do you see my hair? I said I'm back with somebody else's hair, but girl, my scalp is exposed. Have y'all seen micro twists like this before? These are BOHO micro twists. A little bit of commotion for the fact that my natural hair could support a micro twist. Girl, y'all know that my hair is boneless, skinless, toothless, meatless. Not only was I able to get micro twists, but I was able to get micro twists, human hair micro twists. Yeah. Perfect for the summertime. Super duper light. And they look natural, girl. It looks like it's growing out of my scalp. Like, are we okay? Are we okay? I've never had a hairstyle like this, and I never thought I would love it so much. I would like to say thank you to HOTBRAIDS for providing this gorgeous human braiding hair to me and sponsoring this video. Girl, I have fine thin hair, and it has always been a struggle for me to get braids, micro twists, anything. Girl, it's always been a struggle. I had to do something a little bit different because y'all know I got a special accommodation for my hair. My hair is fine, it's thin, and it's wispy, okay? Like, it's like a wispy lash, okay? Because my braids be looking boneless, girl. I be having boneless braids. But girl, this is very much full wing, full bone in sort of hair. I use 2 curl types to get this depth and texture on my hair because y'all know I love mixing 2 curl types. I'm gonna show you the method that I did to get this hair, but these are BOHO. So you can see there's like a little BOHO curl here. We have 2 types of curls here. So I have like a loose curl, and we also have like a kinky curl. Girl, it's all types of twists in here. So I had to do a little bit of tweaking. I actually collaborated with a hairstylist as well, so she could do my base, and then I worked on top of it to get it a little bit thicker. So first we're gonna start off by going to the salon and getting my hair washed and getting a base done. And then we're gonna layer it on top to get this look. I'm telling you, best decision I ever made. And we're also gonna do some styles, and this hair is day 3 hair. So I've had these twists in for 3 days, but I actually have been adding hair as we go. If you want to see how I did this hair, or if you want to see how I got this hair look, please keep on watching, and I'll be back with my final thoughts and updates on the hair as well. So okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with the packaging. So your hair is gonna come inside of the HOTBRAIDS bag, and inside that bag you receive all the gifts that you need to do your own hair. It comes with clips, a comb, a baby hair brush, a HOTBRAIDS bag, and it also came with the instructions and samples on this hair. So I had 2 hair types that I used. I used the 3C 4A, and I also used the 3B 3C, and I had 4 packs of each, and these are both 200 grams of each curl type. Now the curl type we're going to be working with at the salon is going to be the 3B 3C for curl type. I went to the hair studio with MEIA as the salon stylist, and I chose to do the full service. I wanted to get my hair washed, even though I washed my hair 2 days before. I wanted my hair washed, and I also wanted her to blow dry my hair and of course do mini twists. Now the style that I was going for was just the mini twist, but as you'll see, the style starts to change as we work through this appointment. Now I really know I be talking about how fine my hair is, but girl, my hair is fine. And I told her, I actually was pretty embarrassed when I first walked in. I was like, girl, my hair is fine. It's super duper fine. And she told me my hair is fine as well. Now I handed her the 3B 3C hair type to start the braiding, and she just braided it into the hair and then twisted it at the bottom. Now she chose to do the knotless style. I gotta be honest with you, I've always seen knotless styles as a style that I could not do because of how fine and slippery my hair is after it is blow dried, but she was able to do the knotless just fine on my hair. I'm going to show you a little bit later the method that she used to get the knotless styles, and I want to try this a little bit later, but girl, I'm okay with a knot. Like, I don't know if I can do knotless. I'm okay with a big knot, but how I saw her do it was she grabbed a piece of hair and started the braid, and then she grabbed a second piece of hair and did one more braid, and she grabbed a third piece of hair and did the last braid, and then she was able to braid down, and then she did a couple braids to make sure the hair was secure, and then she twisted. Now she used Nairobi foam to hold the hair secure. I think she used the Nairobi foam because it keeps the twist together, and because this is a looser curl type, the curls don't hold themselves together. This is human hair, so human hair don't stick together like synthetic hair does, and you definitely can't be burning no ends or using hot water to melt it. So she twisted my hair all the way down. Can you tell me what I was so passionate about? I don't know, but baby, I was yapping. It was a yap session in here. Me and Mia was running our mouths. Now, as she worked through this section of the hair, so I think she did 3 rows at the bottom without the bohemian curls, and then as she worked, she got to the midsection. She told me that she thought it'd be best to add the bohemian curls. I think it's because my hair is fine, to make it look a little bit more thick, okay? Make sure it had a little bit more, umph to it, like she ate some greens or something. She had to give us some spinach with some bohemian curls. She had to make that thing work, and I'm so happy she chose to add a bohemian curl, because without it, I think it would have looked much thinner. I chose to do bigger parts because I don't like smaller parts on my hair, and I also didn't feel like taking down smaller parts, so I wanted bigger parts on my hair so that it was easier to install, easier to work with, and I just don't like smaller parts. I actually didn't want teeny tiny braids, and or teeny tiny twists, and with my hair type, the twists would have been really small because my hair is small. I don't know how else to describe my hair, but it's small. Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is a humbling experience to see my scalp from the back. First of all, my scalp needs a little bit of sun. Okay, she needs to be toasted. Somebody need to put her in the oven a little bit. And secondly, there's a huge space bar between each braid because the density is not densitying. Girl, do I need to go to what country do they go to? Turkey to get a hair transplant? What is going on? Okay, now for the next step, she's moving up to the top of my head, and she continued to do the bohemian curls throughout. How she chose to do the bohemian curls was like one little curl at the top, because she said once she got to the front, she felt like the little tendrils would be really, really cute if I were to wear my hair up, and they were super duper cute. Now, as she got directly to the top, I think she chose to do like a middle part, but like a side middle part, which is my favorite type of part, is a side middle part. I love a side middle part. I don't exactly like a straight middle part because I think it looks funny on my face. I don't know what that's about, but I do think it looks funny on my face. So now she's working on the last braid, using the Nairobi foam to braid the hair and then twist the hair all the way down. Just to remind you, we at this point did not add the curl type of 3C 4A. We only kept it with the 3B 3C. So as she twisted all the way down, added a little bit of mousse, we were complete. She didn't cut the hair. I wanted to do the styling on my own because I wanted to add a little bit more. The hair is still a little bit wet, so it looks flat, but we'll move on to the next part. Okay, y'all, we are back home and the hair is finished. And I have to tell you, I think the hair is absolutely beautiful. My hair is real fine, real thin. You already know what I be dealing with my hair. But I wanted to do a couple of tweakments to the hair. So I'm gonna cut it, and I'm going to add the type 4 texture hair to certain parts to make it look a little bit thicker. I always wanted to mix textures and I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. Look at this texture, and we're gonna cut it into like a bob. Stick with me, friends, stick with me. We're going to do just the twist, but my hair is so fine and so thin. In order to make it look thicker, she added these boho curls. Now I am gonna add extra twists on top of the twists that she created. So this is what the hair looks like now, just with that texture. Girl, I need to tan my scalp. Why is my scalp so light skinned? So this is what my hair looks like now. Let's go ahead and start with this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off and we're gonna separate the curl. Do I know what I'm doing? No. This is 22 inches of the 3C4A hair, and the other one is 3B, 3C, and this is 3C4A. We're gonna go ahead and take a piece of hair and I'm going to add an extra twist to the twist in the back. So I'm gonna pull my hair up. We're gonna clip this hair up and then we're gonna work on the curls, these in the back. And I'm gonna take one little bundle of hair and take this braid. And this is what I'm gonna do. Take this braid. Take the hair. I'm gonna do another braid onto this braid. And then I'm gonna twist it separately. And I'm gonna take some mousse. I'm gonna take my Mousse Def Texture Foam, add it to the hair, and then we're just gonna twist down. So I'm gonna move it through the hair and then twist downwards. Just gonna twist it all the way down, and then we'll cut it. We'll cut it into the shape that we would like afterwards. So we're just gonna twist this down. Like so, boom. And now I'm gonna do that to the other braids in the back. And I'm doubling up. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm doubling up. I'm taking the hair, pulling it onto the root, braid it into the hair, and then I'm twisting. Hi, it's Future Mirror here. Now, as we're working through these twists, I wanted to give y'all a reason why I chose to do it this way. Now, I have very, very fine hair, and since we chose to do large parts and my hair is very, very fine, it's really difficult to get the density that I would like on my hair without making them much smaller. And I just didn't want small twists. So I chose to double stack these twists onto the hair. She went in and did the hair knotless. So now I'm able to add a knot to the hair and it not disturb what the hair looks like and make it look bulky. Now, the great thing about this method is that it splits the hair at the bottom. So I get 2 twists in one and I get 2 textures in one, and that adds a fullness and texture to the hair that's similar to natural hair. Now, the one thing that I did with this second curl type, which was a 3C4A, is that I chose to use the mousse. And as I use that mousse, the Mousse Def Texture Foam, I also finger detangled the hair and released some of the loose curls so that the hair curled together beautifully. It reminded me of when I do my wigs and I use like a Denman brush to curl through the hair. The curls started to form together and create more of a natural curl versus the machine curl. When I'm telling you this works for fine hair, trust me, believe me, try it out and tell me if you like it. So we did half of the hair, we twisted it up, and this is what I was, hey, mixing textures is my vibe. That's what I do. Let's take the hair down a little bit. Baby, when I cut this thing into a bob, so I'm gonna find the braids that don't have like a single curl on top, and then I'm gonna add a double braid on top of it to make it thicker. See, this one doesn't have a boho curl, so I'm just gonna add another braid to it, and it's gonna give it more texture. So let's keep going. I added more hair, and look at it, and look at the texture. Mixing these textures is stunning, gorgeous. Girl, y'all already know. Y'all know I love chopping, so we're gonna get to chopping. So I'm gonna take the hair, and I'm just cutting off the ends. I'm gonna start longer, so maybe right here. Yeah, here. Perfect. So freaking cute. Perfection. Yes. So cute. It looks so cute after cutting it. I think I still want to add like maybe a couple pieces of hair, but this looks perfect the way it is. I do love it. Y'all, I'm back, and I've had these mini twists in for 3 days. And there's a couple things I want to change about it. First, let's go ahead and pop this off. Hello. Day 3 hair. And one thing I want to change about it is make them a little bit thicker. So add a few more of the mini twists. And then I want to add a little bit of mousse to them. The hair still has Nairobi foam in it, and Nairobi foam is drying. And I actually want to add a little bit more moisturization to the curls and let the hair fluff up a little bit, but I wanted to let the twists rest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a few more braids. So you can see I doubled this one. I'm gonna double this one. I'm gonna go in and double some more of these braids, or more of these twists, to get the look I'm going for, which is a bit thicker. Like I want them thicker. Like these still are looking a little bit fine to me. So these are the tighter coil. I ain't got no nails on, so this is gonna be so much easier to do. I'm also going to use some mousse on the actual hair while I'm adding them in, but I'm gonna start, I think I wanna start down here because I want these to be thicker as well. And I'm still gonna keep the coils in them too. So I'm gonna start, I feel like I'm doubling almost all the braids. So if you have fine hair and you're trying to figure out how to make your twists a little bit thicker, I feel like this is a good method. Oh. And I'll show you what it looks like after it's done. But the braids still feel good. They still feel secure, and the hair is still feeling soft. I just need to get that mousse off it. So I'm just gonna clip this hair up like so, and we're gonna start here. You can see the back is looking a bit thicker, but I need the rest of this to look a little bit thicker. So let's start. Do I have any doubles? Yeah, there's a couple of them, as you can see, that need a couple more doubles. So I'm calling them doubles because I feel like that's the easiest way to do it, to call them doubles. So I'm gonna take the hair, twist it around the root, and then I'm just gonna braid it into the hair. Find the little curl. Where's that separate curl? Find this curl. Move this out of the way, like so. Make sure I don't braid that in, and then I'm just gonna twist it around the braid. Once I do a couple, I'm gonna take some mousse. Oops, that's too much mousse. And then twist it. Twist it all the way down. And this, doing a few more braids, should probably take about, I would say 30 more minutes or so. This one may look a little bit short, but whatever. I want to make the rest a little bit thicker. So I'm going to keep doing this around the head until I get to the desired density. Where's that net coming from, girl? I think I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker this time. and maybe a little bit longer because I was a little bit short. There we go, like this. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, y'all, so I slept on it, and as I explained, I chose to add a few more twists to the hair that actually had the bohemian curls on it. So basically, baby, the braid or the twist became like a tree. It had a bohemian curl, the original 3B, 3C mini twist, and then I added the 3C, 4A mini twist. Now you would think that this braid would be heavy. Girl, it's not heavy at all. It did not weigh down the hair. Now for a couple of the twists that seemed to be a little bit looser on my head, they kind of dragged down a little bit, but most of them I actually made them a little bit more secure, adding the knot to the hair. Now one thing I did do was leave the braids in the front. I didn't make those branch braids. I don't know what I would call these, branch braids or tree braids. I actually made them, I let them be on their own. I didn't add extra twist to them because I didn't want my hair around my face to be given tree. Like, it seemed like it would look a little bit weird. So the braids around the perimeter of my head, I left them alone, and the ones towards the middle of my head, I added the extra twist to them, and the difference is astronomical. Like I said before, adding a different texture that's really close to the other texture, so they're only off by like one curl typing, actually makes it look more natural, and it looks more realistic and more like my natural hair than it would if I used one curl type, because most of our natural hair has multiple curl types throughout your head. My hair is looser in the back and tighter coils towards the middle of my head, and some of the hair is looser towards the front because of heat damage. So I try and account for that to make the hair look a little bit more realistic. I also find that since this hair was really short, using the 3C4A curl type actually worked well, because although this is 22 inches, the shrinkage is real. I really didn't need to cut this hair. It just fit right in with the bob that I already had, so it was absolutely perfect. The shrinkage on the 3C4A is much different than the shrinkage on the 3B, 3C. I just want you to make a note of that as well. So both lengths were 22 inches, but still the shrinkage makes a big difference if you're going to choose to mix those curls. So you may have to cut the looser curl. I'm not sure how you will end up styling it, but it does make the hair look a lot thicker. Now I also made sure I moisturized the rest of the curls as I was working through the hair, and I fluffed them out. The hair was still, it took a little bit for the hair to dry, but I have to tell you that the curls feel so amazing with the Mousse Def Texture Foam. I feel like the Mousse Def Texture Foam is the secret to these curls. I really feel like those two are a match made in heaven. They whisper to each other, girl. Now the next step is to go ahead and do my baby hairs. I'm gonna go in with my Got To Be wand. I love using this on my baby hairs because it gives a light hold, but also it doesn't leave a residue for me. So I have very fine hair, so girl, you could lay down my baby hairs with your breath. Okay, you don't have to do much. Now as you can see, it looks so natural. It didn't add any bulk to the hair, and it actually looks like I just added more braids without adding more braids to my hair. I love this method, and I think it looks so realistic, and it's a great option for the girls with fine hair. Now the next step is to go ahead and try a style. Now with this hair, because it is a bob, I couldn't do much. I tried to do a bun. The hair was still a little bit, it wasn't tight, but there was a little bit of tension to it, especially in the nape of the neck. So I didn't try to do a bun style, but I did want to see what not quite a half up, but like a 3/4 up style would look like. And it is so cute. It is so adorable. I love how soft and malleable this hair is. It feels like it's literally my hair. I think this style looks cute, especially with the bohemian curls. If you're thinking about doing mini twists, do the bohemian curls. Shout out to MEIA for that idea. That is really cute on this hair. Now y'all let me know what you think of my idea with this hair. Have you ever seen this idea before? And lastly, let me know what your methods are. If you have fine hair, how do you wear your braids? And have you tried human hair mini twists before? Let me know down below. Okay, y'all, this is the fully finished look. So this is day 3 of me wearing the micro twist. I will say that my hair is pretty darn slippery, but I still have been able to keep these in with no problem. I think I had one slip out, and it's on this hair right here. Girl, this is where I have the most breakage. So this one slipped out and I just braided it back in, no problem. But the rest of the hair has stayed in. It's absolutely stunning. In between the 2 bundles, I love them both, but I think I love the curl type of a tighter coil type better than the looser one, but I love how they look together. Like together, it is gorgeous. If you can mix in curls, it makes the hair look much more realistic, and it looks like the hair is growing out of your scalp. At the salon, she only used about 1.5 packs of the 3B, 3C curly hair, which it wasn't a lot of hair at all. That's why it looked really, really thin and fine. And then I decided to go back on top with the 3C 4A curl type. I used about 1.5 packs of the 3C 4A curl type to get this density of curl. Altogether, I used 3 packs of the hair to get this look, and I think it's good enough. I don't know, I think 3 packs is perfect for my head. It seems like 4 is typically what people end up using. So I have very, very fine, thin hair. 3 packs is perfect for me. I absolutely love this hair. Hair is really, really soft and easy to braid with. I find that using the Mousse Def Texture Foam does a great job of making the hair really, really soft, detangling the hair, as well as encouraging the curls on this hair, so your hair has beautiful natural curls. I love that both curl types do well with that mousse. I do find that if you're using like a Nairobi foam or like a drying foam, it's not really good on the hair. It's better to use more of a moisturizing mousse. And I use the Mousse Def Texture Foam watered down. And I'm telling you, it does great on the hair. I like to sleep with it all on top of my head instead of laying on top of it. So I don't want it to mat down. So I pull all the hair up and I sleep on it so the ends don't, you know, like crunch up and stuff like that. But I think refreshing it next day using a little bit of water. I actually haven't refreshed the hair yet, but I wonder what it's gonna be like to refresh it. If you would like to see updates, you could probably check out my shorts or my reels on Instagram, and I'll do updates on the hair. For the past 3 days, this hair has been doing an amazing job. My biggest mistake was not going back in and adding the Mousse Def Texture Foam, because that Nairobi foam on this hair is a no-no. Don't use Nairobi foam, because the Nairobi foam dries out the hair. It really does dry it out, and you need more of a moisturizing foam. But altogether, I absolutely love the hair. I would definitely try this hair again. I would buy this hair on my own to do this style once again. I love the hair. I think it's so pretty. It matches my curl type perfectly, and I especially love the 3C4A curl type. But that's everything that I have to say about this hair. If y'all have any questions about this hair, please let me know down below. It is summertime. It's time for you to get some money off this hair. I know y'all about to be getting these braids because it's hot outside, girl. It's time to let that scalp breathe, okay? Bend that hair over and let that scalp breathe, girl. Okay, it's that time of the year. Tell me what styles you would like me to try, and any update questions that you have about this hair. Please let me know down below as well, because I can answer any questions that you need. I'll leave links for this hair down below. Again, thank you to Hot Braids for providing this hair to me and sponsoring this video. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.